Hello, this is our Moon Pie brand pitch by Brandon Goggins, Emily Evans, who is not here right now, Taryn Lane, Eliana Mayerson, and we are group 365.4.
This is our overview of moon pie. A moon pie is an American snack popular across much of the United States, which consists of two round graham cookies with marshmallow filling in the center, dipped in a flavored coating. The snack is often associated with the cuisine of the American South, where they are traditionally accompanied by an RC cola, which is quoted by Wiki. Moon pie is a type of dessert that originated in the southern United States. It is a round, flat sandwich cookie that typically consists of graham cracker cookies with a marshmallow filling in between, all coated in a layer of chocolate. The moon pie was first introduced in 1917 by the Chattanooga Bakery in Tennessee as a low-cost snack for coal miners. Today, it is a popular treat that can be found in many convenience stores and supermarkets through the United States.
There we go. Okay, so this is our pestle analysis. For P, it says the political spectrum has not had an importance on moon pie's marketability. However, possible modifications in trade commerce policies could have an effect on manufacturing cost and ingredient availability in the future. For E, the relentless consequences of the COVID-19 pandemic have altered the overall behavior and spending patterns of consumers. Adding on, the rising prices of ingredients due to the current state of the economy could reduce moon pie's total earnings. For S, choices of individuals regarding spending money on healthier food options with natural ingredients might have an impact on moon pie's consumption. Adding on, the company's absence of a marketing strategy that embodies a focus, youthful generations could also be affecting moon pie's consumption. I don't know why it's not going next. There we go. For T, technological breakthroughs in regards to digital ordering applications and electronic commerce have pioneered new opportunities for Moon Pie to start connecting with unexposed audiences. However, Moon Pie has not taken many efforts to pursue this new marketing strategy. For E, individuals are continuing to become increasingly environmentally aware than ever before when deciding what products to purchase, which down the line could affect Moon Pie's packaging process. For L, Moon Pie's manufacturing and fulfillment process could potentially be affected by alterations in regards to food safety standards or labeling guidelines.
So this is the internal analysis that we came up with. And for strengths, we saw that it had a long-standing history, and it says that Moon Pie has been around for over a century, and its iconic status has contributed to the longevity and popularity. A unique product is the combination of graham crackers, marshmallows, and chocolate. It is a distinctive and appealing flavor that sets Moon Pie apart from other snacks and desserts. The weaknesses that we found were limited product range, While Moon Pie's unique product is a strength, it also means that the company is reliant on one product line. Diversification into other snack or dessert options could help mitigate this weakness. Another weakness were health concerns. And we said that Moon Pie's high sugar and calorie content may deter health-conscious consumers or those with dietary restrictions. One more that we found was regional popularity. And we said that while Moon Pie is popular in the southern United States, it may have limited recognition or appeal in other regions. The opportunities that we found were expanding distribution. Moon Pie could explore expanding its distribution beyond the United States, potentially immersing into international markets. We also saw product innovation where Moon Pie could develop new flavors or product lines to appeal to a broader range of customers. We also saw health-focused products where consumers could become increasingly health conscious, and Moon Pie could explore options for healthier snacks or desserts. The threats that we found were competition, where many other snack and dessert options on the market could compete with Moon Pie for consumer attention and sales. Economic factors, where economic downturns or changes in consumer spending habits could impact Moon Pie sales and revenue. And then changing consumer preferences, where as consumer preferences and taste evolves, Moon Pie may need to adapt its product or branding to remain relevant and appealing. The specifics of Moon Pie social... Sorry, just technical difficulties, please disregard. The specifics of how Moon Pie social media team is structured and operates are not publicly available. However, it is common for companies to have a dedicated social media team that is responsible for managing the company's social media presence, creating and executing social media campaigns, and engaging with customers online. This team may work closely with other departments such as marketing, advertising, public relations, or customer service. MoonPie's social media team could function as a cross-functional team, collaborating with other departments within the company to ensure that social media efforts are integrated with other business functions. This would be in line with the holistic approach to brand management and objectives for an audience, which wants to ensure that all aspects of the company's operations are aligned and working together towards common goals. Now onto the external analysis, where we did some deep digging onto their social platforms, where we found that they have 26.2 thousand followers on Instagram, 276.6 thousand followers on Twitter, and 89.7 thousand followers on TikTok. We noted that their previous campaigns include Van Holden's Pickles, where MoonPie teamed up with Van Holden's Pickles to create a limited edition dill pickle flavor that was effective on March 29, 2023. And we also saw them collaborate with Sunbad Sunscreen, where they came up with a sunscreen that follows the concept of the sun being the enemy. And it is clear that the sun and the moon are opposites, so MoonPie takes advantage of that concept by explaining that the content of the Sunbad sunscreen will save customers' skin with its marshmallow scented skin protection, and that was effective on June 21st, 2022. We also saw the use of voice, where across all social media platforms, MoonPie used their brand voice in a humorous fashion to give customers a sense of comedic relief. The strategy with this is to make posts more engaging for audience members to interact with, which could potentially inspire them to buy their products. The key audiences were also something that we found. Because MoonPie uses the voice of humor, comedy, and memes, it would be assumed that the target audience would be to those that understand that type of content. In the era of memes and social media itself, it is evident that young adults are probably the most common audience, specifically those aged 18 to 29. This age demographic accounts for the majority of users on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, which are the media platforms that MoonPie is the most active on. The formula that I found for the social share of voice, were the number of mentions of MoonPie divided by the total number of brand mentions times 100. And we found that to be 2.59%.
Okay, so for this next part is our social media audit. The first part of that is our macro audit. So we did Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and LinkedIn. The last activity that was on Instagram was on March 29th, 2023. On Facebook was also March 29th, 2023. For TikTok, April 15th, 2023. For Twitter, March 29th, 2023. And then for LinkedIn, their last post was 4 years ago. So for our first micro audit, we did Instagram, and their average posts a month were only 2. For Instagram, they had over 26,200 followers and were only following 3,881. And for the lesson on this social media audit, we found that using humor has clearly been MoonPie's #1 tactic in order to generate more engagement in their posts. And we've also seen that a lot of customers compliment their marketing team for their funny posts. For the next section, we did Twitter. Their average posts a month were 3 tweets. They have 276,100 followers and only following 36. For the lesson on this one, we found that MoonPie is not only more active on Twitter, but is more consistent in engaging with other Twitters on the platform as well, whether that be replying back to people or quoting other random tweets to create MoonPie content out of it. This shows there are multiple ways to generate content and engagement, and not only by creating it themselves. For our last one, we did TikTok. So their average posts a month was 9. For followers, they had 89,700 and were following 35. For the lesson on this one, we found that MoonPie's TikTok audit shows that their average posts per month tend to be in their favor when it comes to engagement rate. They still use the virtue of humor as their strategy for high engagement.
This is our competitive analysis, and we found our top competitors are Lloyd's Ice Cream, Baskin Robbins, Duncan Hines, and the Cookie Factory LLC. In northern areas of the U.S., there's even a similar product, which is called Scooter Pies. Although Moon Pie has been around since 1917 and is still facing fierce competition today, overall, they make more in sales and revenue than any of their other competitors. Since they've gained and increased their social media presence, they've gained popularity for more than just their treats. It's always been a popular treat in the southern region, and if they keep it up, they'll be here for more years to come. Even with the knockoff versions such as Whoopie Pies or Scooter Pies, Moon Pie has still managed to keep their revenue and social media presence higher than the rest and continues to keep their audience engaged. Our statistics slash comparison, on average, a Baskin Robbins franchise makes 316,815 in sales per year. This number is the average of the 1,592 franchises operating in 2021. Duncan Hines net sales are up 21.4% to 97.3 million starting in 2017. Moon Pie revenue is 29 million annually. Moon Pie peak revenue was 29 million in 2021. Social conversations about Moon Pie have increased by 0.201% over the past year. The classic American Moon Pie remains one of the oldest national desserts still circulating in the country today. It originated in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and was created in 1917. Moon Pie has done a good job when it comes to utilizing the virtue of humor on social media in order to connect with their target audience, which is young people ranging anywhere from 18 to 24. Through their use of memes and dad jokes, they have been able to pull some attention from the younger generation. However, this is the only strategy that they use to reach their target audience. Because of this problem, the brand has lost its strong connection with its community, especially within the 18 to 24 age group. We believe constructing our social media campaign around the progression of community involvement, along with the utilization of humor, will provide them with the necessary bond between a brand and its followers.
So with the problem statement, we came up with solutions, and we used the acronym SMART goals to come up with these solutions. So the S for specific was to implement a strategy other than the virtue of humor that will allow for Moon Pie's posts on all platforms to be able to reach a higher yield of customers, specifically aged from 18 to 24, and encouraging them to choose Moon Pie over other similar desserts. And we can do this through the usage of social media competitions, trivia, and influencer marketing. And we can use that through the features of stories, shorts, reels, etc. The M was for measurable. And what we found was that the average engagement rate for Moon Pie across its most active platforms is about 0.67%. And our goal is to increase the average engagement rate by 0.05 across all platforms. And we will utilize that engagement rate to assess the interactions with our target audience. What I found was TikTok was 1.29%, Twitter was 0.29%, and Instagram was 0.44%.
So for our next SMART goal was A, which is attainable and achievable. For this, by utilizing the features of polls for opinions on flavors and competitions for giveaways, the target audience will be more inclined to engage with Moon Pie's social media posts. And they will do this by either appreciating the aspect of their voice being heard to make a difference, or by enjoying the opportunity to win something from the company, like merch, free Moon Pies, etc. And young micro-influencers are more relational to regular consumers, thus being the best option to reach the target audience. And for our R SMART goal, which is realistic and relevant, we found that Moon Pie implements a strategy of humor to give its company an edge over others. But that factor alone will not allow the company to grow a sense of community. It needs multiple variables such as influencer marketing, contests, and the audience's say in what content actually is posted to promote a sense of community among its customers. The one-sided element is valid for a viral tweet or moment in time, but has no substance as to draw its customers together, and this is why we need to fix this element of Moon Pie's social media presence or appearance. Moon Pie's motto is "We give you the moon," and they should give more than just funny tweets to be able to promise that mission statement to its customers.
This is our T statement, which is time specific. We want to be able to achieve these goals within the next 6 months. Our goal statement is to increase the average engagement rate of 6.67% by 0.05% across Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter in 6 months. Or by the fourth quadrant of 2023, Moon Pie will accomplish this goal by increasing Instagram posts, Twitter posts, and TikTok posts, as well as community involvement, social media contests, and the attraction of 18 to 24-year-olds through the use of influencers and giving our target audience a sense of community by having a say in its content. We believe constructing our social media campaign around the of community involvement, along with the utilization of humor, will provide them this necessary bond between a brand and its followers. This is our strategy 1, influencer marketing. We say that we should increase 18 to 24-year-old social media activity through the use of influencer marketing, more specifically through the use of a micro-influencer, such as Lily Wyatt. These are our tactics to implement influencer marketing. We should offer exclusive discounts or promotions through the micro-influencer, Lily Wyatt, offer exclusive discounts or promotions for the MoonPie products to incentivize young people to engage with the campaign and ultimately make a purchase through the usage of micro-influencers who are already appealing to that age demographic. An example of this would be a promo code to order MoonPies based on Lily Wyatt's name, such as enter LWyatt44 at checkout for 30% off your next order with MoonPie. That would be an example of a campaign that Lily would run on her Instagram story. Lily Wyatt is the influencer that we chose because she's a micro-influencer that will be accounted for in a smaller budget. However, she is a travel influencer, so she has reach to an audience in multiple places. She has mainly a younger audience to reach between the ages of 15 to 23. We should identify the target audience, determine the specific demographic of the 18 to 24-year-old audience that we want to reach, and what specific aspects of the MoonPie product would be most appealing to them. We would market to a younger audience through the benefits of a MoonPie. MoonPie has the product name Power Pie that has 14 grams of protein. To increase MoonPie's consumption and activity, an influencer will promote the Power Pie to a younger audience that usually is a gym-going generation who worries about protein intake. The protein pie would be a benefit to our target audience because of its protein benefits as an after-gym snack. This is our predicted budget for May, and then we took that and implemented it to our year-long budget. This is our social media mock-up of Lily Wyatt. She is a micro-influencer who has an audience of 15 to 24-year-olds and is more trustworthy than a mega-influencer. Having something like a photo dump and featuring MoonPie in one of the slides does so much for the image of MoonPie. A younger influencer such as Lily Wyatt is showing her young audience that it is cool to consume and post about MoonPie. This is our social media video mock-up of Lily Wyatt.
Okay, so I'm gonna hope this plays on the other end because I don't know if the audio will come through, but we'll see.
Open these MoonPies with me.
Okay, moving on to strategy 2, which is community contests. And we are going to do this by building community through MoonPie trend competitions or contests through social media. So the tactics to implement this strategy would be to develop the competitions or contests. To do that by creating contests that encourage users to participate and engage with the MoonPie brand. Examples could include creating unique recipes using MoonPie as an ingredient or posting an inquiry to come up with the newest MoonPie flavor, and a random user wins a lifetime supply of MoonPies. Another way to do this is to promote the competitions or contests. Use social media platforms to promote the competitions or contests and encourage users to participate. Make use of hashtags such as #MoonPieContest, #MoonPieForLife, or #TrendyMoonPie to increase visibility. Another way to do this is to engage with the community. Respond to user posts and comments to foster a sense of community and engagement with the brand. Using MoonPie's witty tone and responses are already great and need to continue to respond on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. not only on their own account, but also on other accounts tagging them or other brand accounts. Use social media platforms to highlight user-generated content and showcase the creativity of the community. So here is our budget. The budget for the month, we have a budget of $11,100, and our actual spending was $2,035, which left us with a balance of $9,065. And then we have our yearly budget on the bottom right. The total budget for this was $139,305. Our actual spending for this was $10,175, which left us with a balance of $129,130. And oops, sorry. And next we have our social media mock-up of community contests. So for the first one is a tweet by Moon Pie saying, "Come up with our newest flavor of Moon Pie and win a lifetime supply of Moon Pies, hashtag Moon Pies for life." And these are put in post form with content on it on Instagram. The first one is Mountain Dew. And the second one was, it looks like coffee. I can't really tell that flavor, honestly. These three social media inputs, a tweet, Instagram story, and Instagram post, share about coming up with new Moon Pie flavor as a contest to win a lifetime supply of Moon Pies, almost similar to the new flavor of Lay's Chips campaign. Sometimes the best ideas are the most outrageous. And then here is our video mock-up.
Our third strategy would be community say, and we would utilize that by giving Moon Pie followers more influence on what content gets produced on Moon Pie's social media platforms. The tactics that we would use to implement this would be customer focus, which is using user-generated content as content for social media platforms instead of brand-generated content. UGC can produce a feeling of FOMO, or fear of missing out, which leads to more people wanting to join in on the fun. An example of this would be posting a customer's picture of them eating a Moon Pie. We can also do this by the use of polls and surveys, where we could create polls for a new flavor for followers to choose from, or we could create a survey for customers to come up with their own flavors. This would be the budget that we would use for May relating to Community Say. It would come out to about $12,300 for our budget, but the actual spending would be closer to around $3,060, which would leave us with $9,240 left over. And then down below is the projected budget for the rest of the year, which would bring our total budget to about $156,780, with the actual spending being $15,300, and then the actual leftover would be $141,408. These are the social media mockups for strategy 3. The user-generated content would be an example, or that would be an example. By using the brand content posted by other customers, each have a story. This can be a great way to stay connected with followers of Moon Pie. And an example would be this post on the left, which shows people presenting the largest Moon Pie at a RC Cola Moon Pie Festival. Pretty big Moon Pie, if you ask me. And then the bottom would be posts or a survey, and that would be a great way to get people to engage, specifically the younger target audience, which is ranged 18 to 24. And we would do this by creating a poll or a survey on Instagram stories. And on the right is an example of that. It's a story mock-up asking Moon Pie posted. I'm sorry, Instagram story mock-up. Moon Pie posted asking people to comment a flavor they'd like to see. And then here would be the content calendar for Moon Pie. What we decided was that they would post on each platform almost every day, but a different platform saying different things. So a Twitter post would come Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for that first week, the same way for the second week. And it's pretty consistent except for the Twitter post on Sunday, the 28th. And that would just be a random funny post. Instagram, we're going to have we'll implement Trivia Tuesdays where the admins of MoonPie Instagram go live on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. every Tuesday and basically just ask questions to the audience and hopefully come up with a winner, and they will get something in return for their answering questions. And we also had a schedule for TikTok, and some of the TikToks will include a collaboration with a micro influencer. It could be Lily Wyatt, or it could be another micro influencer, whoever we find. And then that would be posted on Thursdays. There's a Friday one for Cinco de Mayo, so holidays as well. We have one for we have an Instagram post for Mother's Day, and we just take the different accounts into account for each holiday respectively, and then we just put the other ones where they fit.
This is our brand outline going forward. As MoonPie continues to grow and reach their younger audiences, their goals should still remain the same. As previously stated in our problem statement, the brand has lost its strong connection with its community, especially within the 18 to 24 age group. MoonPie should continue to have a strong social media presence and reach out to social media influencers to help increase their chances of hitting their target audience. MoonPie will continue to build community bonds through social media contests to fully engage with their audience and get them excited about the brand and what they're creating. Because MoonPie is very active on social media, they have created a very engaging and humorous name for themselves on all platforms. Overall, MoonPie employees still need to continue to keep up their activity and keep marketing their brand using the strategies our team thinks would be best.
So last but not least is the overview of MoonPie and our campaign that we have here. So these strategies of influencer marketing, community contests, and community say will help our goal of increasing engagement as well as widening the target audience to 18 to 24-year-olds by increasing the relationship between the brand and its community. A brand loyal to its customers proves to provide a higher rate of awareness. Some metrics that we expect to measure after this launch of this campaign would be audience growth rate, which is an awareness metric, social share of voice, which is also awareness, the applause rate, which is an engagement metric, average engagement rate, and cost per click, which is a conversion metric. So these metrics will specifically tell us how effective the campaign is and how well consumers, as well as potential consumers, are receiving it. Going forward, MoonPie should continue to focus on their customers and what they want. The best next step for MoonPie to take is to actively listen to their followers on social media and up their posts per week on some platforms from 2 to 4 times a month to at least 3 to 4 times a week. Consistency is essential in a brand's success. So this is what we have here for our campaign for MoonPie. And thank you for taking the time to listen, and we hope you enjoyed.